Very good live streaming. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. This is the Big Girl Diary, episode 73, 74. Stop the press. Just stop. Any and everything that you're doing, just stop. This is beyond wild. Just when you think big girls can't take their delusions to another level, they surprise you. This is priceless. I had to stop and do the live stream on this one. I had to stop the Ukrainian war. I had to stop dealing with racism. I had to stop dealing with little bad kids on a bike trying to run you over on the street. I just had to stop. Listen, just when you think people can't take it to the next level of delusions, this woman did. Monica. Thank you, Monica, for making big girl. You know, I'm a big girl. However, I make no bones about it. I'm for First Amendment rights. I'm not going to cower if somebody calls me fat. If you're going to insult me, you better be ready for me to roast you. Okay? Now, Monica, let me back it up. This article says, activist Monica says, diet and exercise is conversion therapy for fat people. I'm done. I'm completely done. Oh my goodness. Delusions. Look, if delusion was a river, believe me, there'll be a lot of people in it. Actually, they are in it. All right, now, Monica, she says on her Twitter,
just flip back here,
her Twitter thread.
Thank you.
Monica,
where'd you find it?
Fatty PMH says, periodic reminder that treating and preventing obesity actually means trying to conversion therapy fat people into becoming thin despite zero evidence as remotely possible. Let that sink in. I'll give you a moment. I'll give you a second. Let that sink in. Just let it sink in. Periodic reminders that treating and preventing obesity actually means trying to conversion therapy fat people into becoming thin people despite zero evidence this is remotely possible. Okay, now if you mean conversion therapy, meaning snapping you out of that delusional la land you were in, that you can eat anything that you want like this, and stay skinny, is that what you mean? You are out of your mind. This is outrageous on so many different levels. Now, feminist movement, left, all that wild stuff that you were promoting, this is your fault. This is your fault. Putting all this wild nonsense in people's heads. Now you have big women, big people thinking that you can sit there and eat whatever you want because they are supposed to accept me because I'm big, take me as I am, and I'm never going to change. And because of that, you're going to have to accept me, because if you don't, I am going to make your life miserable, in which you all do. And then those of us, big people, that are normal thinking have to deal with you. Making my northern accent come out, I'm telling you. Body positive. This is your fault. A body positivity activist has claimed that diet, exercise, and general promoting of healthy lifestyle are all examples of conversion therapy. This is madness. Diet and exercise is the key to losing weight. What? Oh, I get it. Wait. Body positivity. Wait a minute. I'm going to imagine me being skinny. I'm skinny. You fools. Outspoken activist Monica Kriete, who self-describes objective is imaging size inclusion care and public health policy, issues a periodic reminder that treating and preventing obesity actually means trying to conversion therapy fat people into becoming thick. You know something? This is so much madness. Now you want to tell doctors, you're telling a doctor, because you're going to a doctor and saying I'm sick. And then you're going to tell the doctor, you can't tell me that I'm fat. It's something else that's wrong with me. I have high blood pressure, but it's not coming from me being fat or my diet. I have diabetes. It's not coming from me being fat, so you better find something else. So now you're going to tell doctors, the medical professionals, doctors, telling them that this right here is conversion therapy. So you're going to tell public health, you're going to try to bend public health policies to bend to your will. This right here is madness on so many different levels. You were that delusional, that way out there, to where you're going to say this nonsense because you're a body positivity activist. So will you take responsibility for you running around talking this nonsense to people that believe in what you're saying and who will look at you as someone who knows what they're talking about? Back it up a little bit. Will you be responsible for the outcome of what you're talking about in other people's lives? Will you take full responsibility in this body positivity and trying to bend public policy in imaging size inclusive care? So when people start falling out and dying even faster, will you take responsibility for this stuff that you're putting out there? Would you put your word and your neck on a line? Will you do that? Monica Kriete, or Kriete, or Kriete, however you pronounce your name. Will you take responsibility for that? Since you're putting this out there, then that means that you are going to take responsibility for the outcome of your words. That's what's basically going on here, right? I want to call you a fool, but even fools know when to come out the rain. Chickens know when to come out the rain. When it's raining out there and the rain is pouring down and falling into their beaks, even chickens know when to come out the rain so they don't drown. People like you are dangerous. People like you are dangerous on so many different levels. Being fat, that is a choice. Talk about body positivity. Being fat is a choice. Sometimes I choose, to go ahead and eat chocolate when I know I shouldn't. That's a choice. And now you're trying to turn this into something other than what it is. It is a medical issue, a dietary issue, a dietitian, people that know about food and how to get things in order. And you're trying to bend policy because you don't want anyone saying anything to you. It's to the point to where, and I'm not only talking about you, Monica, I'm talking about everybody else that thinks like you and this nonsense that you're throwing out there. So you're saying this, what you're putting out there is telling doctors, you can't tell me that I'm fat. You can't tell me that I'm fat. That's fat shaming. You need to accept me as I am, as you're sitting on that thing, bending everything to the woo. Oh, Lord have mercy. But as I go through this article, oh man, Kriete, a writer and consultant of Central Pennsylvania who fights weight stigma in the public health and medicine. Oh man, oh man. Okay, this right here is giving Pennsylvanians a bad name. I'm from Pennsylvania, and you're making us look bad doing that silly stuff. Oh my goodness. You make me want to drive up to Central Pennsylvania and just say, Monica, what's up with you? Why are you doing all this? Fighting weight stigma in public health and medicine has since made her Twitter account with over 10,000 followers private following immense backlash in social media. And what she needs, you need that, talking that nonsense. And even Ben Shapiro, I don't agree with everything that Ben says, right? I think that some of his stuff is a little slanted, but this is what he says. My fatness is my identity. My objective beliefs, contrary to biology, and my identity. My sexual choices are my identity. Okay, he goes on. But my fatness is my identity. And you know, now that I think about it, yeah. Please, I'm telling you, you left people all this fat acceptance. I hope and pray you do not turn this into another class of people, because we got way too many. We have too much going on. We don't need big people, namely big girls, adding another to this wild madness. I'm just saying. And Shapiro warned that society should take a note from the left, continual broadening the pseudoscientific terms of conversion therapy from using electric shock therapy. Okay, Pavlov dog. Okay, he goes on and on about that. Oh, this is scary. Oh, okay. Kriete is a self-identified educator who. Okay, you're a self-identified educator. So you appointed yourself as an educator. Well, Miss Self-Identified Educator, what theory are you using to back this up? What theory? I would love to hear your response on this, Miss Self-Identified Educator. This is beyond foolishness. Now I could say I'm a self-identified royal. I am the queen. I'm a self-identified queen of telling you and people that think like you that you're silly. Kate spoke at a webinar in October. Kriete, spoke at a webinar in October titled Fat Phobia in Public Health and dietetics. This right here is outrageous. Okay, fat phobia in public health. Okay, public health with focus on health. You fool. My mother's nurse. I know she's probably like, you're gonna have all these fat girls trying to beat you up. Well, maybe after this live stream, I might have some fat girls trying to beat me up. The delusional ones. Fools. Goodness gracious. Just when you think that the world is coming to an end, we're focusing on World War III, and then you have this Monica talking about she wants to fat phobia and mental, not mental, even though there might be some issues there, but in public health, issues of fat phobia in public health. I can't control myself. This right here is outrageous. Fat shaming. Look, I'm all for the First Amendment. All for it. If somebody calls me fat and wants to jaw on me, fine, do so. But however, when I roast you, it's going to be good. But this stuff right here is what makes life a little more difficult when you have delusional people that are in your group. Yes, I'm a big girl, and I have delusional people, delusional big girls in my group. And me being a big girl, I'm calling out you all delusional women because you don't want to get up or move around. You just want to sit down and just eat your bonbons, and everybody has to accept it, and doctor's going to have to accept it. So when you have a heart attack, right, or a stroke, don't sue the doctors. No. Don't you sue no doctors. Don't blame no one but yourself. Matter of fact, please pay your own bill. Doctors are telling you you have issues. Work, exercise, and diet. And you're trying to push these policies. Pay your own medical bills. Pay your own medical bills. Pay them. Because this is because you're telling other people, and other people that may want to just run down a lane that you're run down in there, and you're dragging people with you. Unfortunately, people are listening to you. I don't know why. All this fat acceptance and fat phobia and fat shaming, all this other stuff. This is terrible. This is beyond terrible. I had to stop what I was doing to talk about this nonsense. Put a 1, those of you who agree with me, who think this is nonsense and delusional. And if this is conversion therapy, yeah, somebody needs to run you down and give you some, I don't want to say shock therapy. That's taken a little bit too far. But there ought to be some t-shirt saying, yeah, delusional big girls need a conversion therapy. Just the thought. But however, on that note, on that rant, because I had to get it off my chest, because this nonsense was just too much. I mean, just the fact that she hasn't. I don't want to say has an ear, because everyone has a right to be heard. And nonsense needs to be criticized as well, severely criticized. And then if she wants to, no, I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to leave that one alone. But Monica, you make all big girls, you you make us all look unstable. You do, talking this wild stuff. And those of you skinny people that are co-signing, shame on you. What kind of friend are you? You're not a good friend if you're co-signing on this foolishness. And I have my thoughts about why you do. I have my thoughts about that, but you're not a good friend if you're letting Monica run around talking this crazy, this wild stuff. However, on that note, it's not conversion therapy. It's just outrageous. Hold on. Just straight up nonsense. So preventing obesity, if you want to prevent it, walk around. But don't try to bend public policy to fit you not wanting to do anything. That's not the way to go. It isn't. How you doing there? I'm trying to work this right here, and I'm failing miserably. I don't know. I can't see that. All right. Well, based on all of that, me having a nice rant on Monica talking this wild stuff about changing a public health policy because she doesn't, and turning it into fat phobia, and because she wants society to bend to her. It's beyond outrageous. Beyond outrageous. I can't quite see that. Okay. All righty. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for dropping by. Like, subscribe. And thank you for listening. And please ignore all the foolishness, because there's a lot of foolishness to go around. Look, if foolishness was a degree, everyone would have one. All right. Bye-bye.